Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the Pop-Up Studio. My name is Matthew Reinhart, and I'm a pop-up book creator, children's book author, and illustrator. I've done a lot of books over the years, and I want to welcome you to my studio and to my YouTube channel. So listen, it's hard for me sometimes to squeeze in the time to make videos when I'm busier. And this is a busy time of the year. I feel bad actually that I can't share with you. I can't make new videos. And I'll be honest, like I procrastinate and I say that I'm gonna do the video, and then by the end of the day, like I'm exhausted and I don't want to do the video. So I'm gonna do something a little different now. So I've decided I might do, well, I am doing it. I'm not might doing it. I'm doing it right now, right? So I'm gonna do weekly updates. They may be really short, but I want to do some videos where you just like know what's going on. You can start to see the evolution of a project, and I want to share more of that with you as we're going forward. This is the first of our weekly updates at the pop-up studio here, Matthew Reinhart Pop-Up Studio, and you can get a peek at upcoming projects, what I'm excited about, give you a little slice of life, what's happening, and they'll get better. This is just my first one. I'm just going to rant about stuff, and I'm going to talk about projects that are happening now and what's happening in the studio. So let's get started. Okay, so upcoming. One of the big projects that I want to share with you along the way, I can't show too much. I'm going to show you a little, but I can't show too much, is an upcoming Wicked Ultimate Pop-Up book coming from Inside Editions and Reinhart Pop-Up Studio in the fall. So I just have a white prototype of it right here. This is one's been really roughed up. It's from earlier in the year. Gosh, it's from January. So this is an older one, but I want to share, I'm actually going to do a full-length video showing the evolution of this project, but I will show you a pop from it. And I never thought, one of the first books I worked with, Robert Sabuda was my mentor and showed me how to make pop-ups early on in my career. And I worked with him on his huge Wizard of Oz book. Okay, so many, many years ago. It's beautiful. Please go out and buy it. It's an amazing book. I'm sure you've seen it. It's incredible. So it's based on the original book by Baum. And so I never thought that I would ever touch Wizard of Oz. But when I got the opportunity to work on Wicked, I was like, yes, totally. And the movie was amazing. And I can't wait for the second movie this fall. So this will kind of accompany, it's just sort of a book about the world of Oz and in the Wicked world. So it's separate from Robert's. I just knocked down a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to share with you just a quick sneak peek of, ooh, I wonder what that could be. Oh, I'm not going to show you. Oh, anyways. So that's a little sneak peek of my upcoming Wicked project. I'm really excited about it. It will be a book that opens up into a giant map of Oz, and there are different places within Oz. I can't show too much, but I promise you I'll share more. I'm really excited about it. I'm working with the artist I worked with on the Disneyland pop-up book that we did last year. His name is Rui. He's amazing, and I just can't wait to share it in its full glory very, very soon. So that's one thing I'm working on. I'm also working on Avatar, a pop-up, James Cameron's Avatar. We're doing sort of the World of Pandora pop-up. And I'm working on that right now. I can't show you anything for it yet. I'm not allowed. Disney, let me tell you, Disney says no. I can't do it. But anyways, I'm working on that. It's huge. It'll be sort of in the style of our Ultimate pop-up books. It will not be a map book. It's a regular pop-up book, but I'm telling you, some of these things come out there in these really weird ways. There's all kinds of creatures in there, like mountain banshees, and the Hallelujah Mountains like pop up and go in all these different directions and look like they're floating. It is really been an incredible, fun book for me to make, because I love making animals and creatures come to life. And there's so many weird wildlife within Avatar that I got to nerd out big time. So that's coming out, and around the time of the movie, maybe in the winter, and we're working hard to get that finished. So that's coming up. One of my newest books is going to be coming out, I think, pretty soon. I got to check, because I'm really bad about this stuff. Like when I'm working, I'm like a horse with blinders, like I can't see what's going on over here. I can't, I'm really focused forward. So I finished the book. It's called What's Up, Superman and Friends? So this, I think, will be out around the time the Superman movie comes out this fall. Or rather this summer, right? It's coming out soon, within the next month. I'm excited about the new Superman movie. I mean, it looks awesome, and it's got like Green Lantern in it, Guy Gardner. It's got Mr. Terrific. It's got all these great different DC characters. I'm so excited about the James Gunn DC universe, but this is just like classic Superman, and it's like this is a very young book. This is from Abrams Appleseed, and I did other books like this where the book is a regular, it's just a very simple pop-up. It's for very young, young readers, pre-K, and there's some really fun interactive elements within it. There's Batman and all his clothes. You know, he's always changing his clothes. And here's the Martian Manhunter changing shape. You can turn the little wheel. It's hard to do when I'm. There we go. So he changes shape. Anyways, this book actually opens up into the Hall of Justice, so you can open it all up and see it. We'll do a video about this, showcasing this a little more as the book releases, but this is going to be coming out very soon. I'm sure there are pre-order links on all like Barnes & Noble, Books of Wonder, you could probably go, and of course Amazon, you can find this. So this is coming out. Now remember, this is for very young kids, so this is probably pre-K and below, younger, board book, but it is so much fun. It's got lots of interactive elements, and of course, like all the characters coming out like, psh, we're gonna go get the bad guys. So this is really fun. I love doing books like this. This can be just as much of a challenge as the more complex book, simply because I have to kind of pull back from what I want to do, and also make things that are sturdy. And so it's fun to kind of switch lanes. I do that a lot with what I do. Like there's a lot of like, oh, I do this and then I do this and I figure out this. You know, that's one of the challenges, one of the things that's really difficult about my job. And it's always important to keep your ego real small, because there are going to be times when someone from marketing or somebody who's at the publisher may say, this book is too complex, this will not sell. You need to think around that. And so we look at ways to find how we can make something cool and interactive and for a certain age. So it's really a challenge. I enjoy it, and I love collaborating with different artists. And Shane Clester, who I worked with this on, I also worked with him on my Sesame Street, What's Up Sesame Street, with Abrams as well, which is awesome. Please go check it out if you love all those Muppets, you love Sesame Street. It's in the same sort of format. And I worked with Shane on that, and it was great. He does beautiful art, and he's so much fun and easy to work with. He's such an amazing illustrator. So I love collaborating with different artists on these projects. So, and working at Abrams, I've gotten to collaborate with several different artists that are awesome. And so I did a bunch of board books that's called Pop Magic with Abrams. So if you're ever interested in checking them out, you can go to the Abrams website, or go to Amazon or wherever, and you can find some of those books. They're really fun. But again, simpler projects. These are for very, very young hands, small hands that are just getting to know and play with and read books. So next up, I'm going to talk about upcoming projects that are not in 3D yet. And some of them aren't even pop-up. So I'm doing a series I've dreamt about doing for over 10 years. That's when I first started ideating it and creating the concept. I'm collaborating with this amazing author. His name is Adam Rosenbaum. And so he and I are doing a series of young reader novels. It's a character I created. His name is Lawson, and he has this ability that he can't really control, but he can travel through time and be people from the past. Nobody famous, he's never anyone cool, he's never anyone fabulous, because he's a loser, and he goes back and he goes to people who are losers back in time. So he has to learn about what it's like to live in ancient times in different places, and there's an adventure, and it's fun, and it's partially you get to learn about everyday stuff, because that's how I learn history. I never liked history when I was growing up. I hated it. It was never exciting to me unless they started to talk about how everyday people live, because it's hard to relate with these historical figures when all you do is talk about wars and who conquered what, and boring, right? I want to learn about how people go to the bathroom, like where they go grocery shopping, what's the food taste like what do you do in your off time. So that's what these books are about. It's kind of like hysterical historical fiction. Think like Wimpy Kid and Quantum Leap. It's kind of that. This kid, he never ends up on the top, and he rarely comes out winning. A little bit maybe, but Lawson is awesome, and so that's coming. That's going to be from Source Books, and I'm collaborating with Adam Rosenbaum. He created the book The Ghost Rules. Check it out. He's awesome. It is so fun to collaborate. So I'll be doing the illustrations and some of the writing. Very little. I'm just doing concept stuff and research, and he'll be doing the writing. And so to have a writing partner after all these years to create stuff like this it's one of my dreams come true. I mean, I'm so excited about it. So I don't know the dates when it's going to be out. We're working on it now, thinking 2027. That's the way that things work. But it's already, we're already almost halfway through 2025. I can't believe it. This is my dream project. You're going to hear a lot about Lawson. You're going to see a lot about Lawson over the next year or two. So Lawson History, Stumbling Through Time is that project. So that's something I'm working on in the background. And it's not pop-up. It's not movable. It is a young reader series. We're starting off with first two, and then we're going to see how that goes. So I'm not going to tell you any more about where he's going first off, but it's fun and it's funny. You'll like it. It's weird. So after that, now even though I'm working on these two big books, you saw Wicked, you saw Avatar, I'm also already prepping for the following year's work and the year after. Like, we're really trying to be ahead of ourselves because I'm always behind. And through no fault of my own, sometimes it's because we work with so many different teams, in different media companies and things like that. My publisher is one thing and they're pretty fast. But when you work with other teams, like if you work with a Disney team or whatever to okay the work that you're working on, sometimes it takes a while. There's a lot of eyes that have to get onto a project and look at it and review it, make sure you're doing the right thing for whatever characters. And it just takes time. Sometimes I may submit something and I have to wait for a month before I get feedback because they've got so much going on. And sometimes they move super fast too. Sometimes they'll say yes in less than a day and it's awesome. So it really depends, but you have to put in that time. So we're really working on getting our projects done earlier, and the concepts earlier so that we don't have to be rushing at the end. So we're working on upcoming projects for my imprint at Inside Editions. I can't say what it is yet, but anyways, we're preparing those right now. So I have what I'll do right now for projects is I'll write up these concepts. So I have to write up what's going to be on each page. In the beginning, I don't draw anything because I don't want to draw something I can't make. And I also want them to okay what idea I have. So first I start with words, and then when they okay that, sometimes I'll draw it out, and sometimes I'll put some visuals that just inspire it. So that's what we're at the stage for future projects, and we're looking at things in 2026 and 27 and even 29. So things are really going far up, and I like that. I like being really prepared and having a book fully done and not rushing up into the end. I like having time for projects because sometimes I'm rushed through them and they don't turn out as well. And I like to have a long lead time with production of the book so that I can see prototypes and go, that's okay, that's not okay. And I can make the fixes. Sometimes when you're rushed, certain books come out and they aren't as QC, there isn't as much quality control, and that really upsets me because I can't be there for every single book. I wish I could. I've had some books that have come out and sometimes there's a piece that's not good. I wish I could be there for every single one of your books and be there at the end of every single book coming off the manufacturing line and okay it and pick at it and make sure everything worked perfectly. I wish I could. But I can't because I wouldn't be able to make future books. I'd be stuck there for months looking at everybody's books. So we try our best to make everything just right. So that's what's going on at Inside Editions. We're also prepping for more stuff this month. We're making Dinosaur Month. So June is our Dinosaur Month. I know it's Pride Month, and we're also very prideful in June, but we can also love dinosaurs too. It can be two things at once, right? So we're doing our Dinosaur Month. We'll have lots of dinosaur craft, dinosaur inspired pop-ups. I'll probably do at least one or two master classes about dinosaur pop-ups I've done in the past. That's the kind of stuff, papercraft, dinosaur papercraft, art class stuff. We'll make dinosaur stuff. That's because I love dinosaurs. I think that's about it. That's what's going on this week. We're going to Palm Springs for the weekend. We gotta bring the dog. Of course, she's sick right before we go because of course, we gotta go to the vet and then go. So we're gonna go there for the weekend. It's just Memorial Day weekend, just to get away. I don't know if anyone has ever been to Palm Springs. It's really fun and cool. It's very different. It's such a beautiful landscape. I like the heat. I'm sorry, I like the heat. I love heat. So that's kind of what's going on here in the studio. It's kind of a mess, as usual. I mean, it's sort of cleaned up, relatively. I look at what's behind me in these videos, and all I can think is what a freaking mess. They must think I'm a pig. I really am not. But you just see clutter on things over there, and you see all my toys back there. I swear, I just dusted all my toys recently. When I took them down, and then I put them back up, they all got dusted. So that's pretty much it. That's what's going on here in the studio this week. And, we're going to start doing this every single week. So get used to me ranting and just... So let's do the outro. It's time. So on your way out, please do me a favor and click and hit the like button down below. And also hit the subscribe if you want to see more of my face in your feed every day. Hey, I wouldn't be making these videos if it wasn't for you. So please feel free to let me know what you like, what you don't like down below in the comments. Hey, Matthew, you talk too much. Make these shorter. Sure thing. Whatever you say. And if you liked it, I don't know, put a little heart. No, but why don't you put a little, it's dinosaur month. It's going to be dinosaur month. You put a little dinosaur. It's Memorial Day. You put a little flag. I don't care. Some kind of engagement really helps us with the algorithm. It gets our videos out there. So please help us out. And also, I want to remind you that I'm here because of you. I love you very much. And I thank you for engaging and just for being there and for enjoying my books and giving me such, most of the time my comments are so positive. You guys are so wonderful. Thank you for all of that. I mean to comment more, and I'm going to try to do that. This is the year to work on